Here we are then enjoying another varied, another exciting night of boxing on ITV. Goodness me, we've had a few of those over the years, haven't we? Those of you with long memories will stretch back to great nights involving Muhammad Ali through the 70s and 80s, Leonard Duran, Hearns and Hagler, and more recently Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank, Nassim Hamed. We remember all those fights. We remember one man in particular, Reg Gutteridge, man behind the mic for ITV for over 3 decades, and Reg passed away in January at the age of 84. Here's our tribute to a truly great sporting commentator.
Hello, I'm Reg Gutteridge, and this programme is going live to the world.
When you say Reg Gutteridge, it brings a smile to my face immediately.
Oh, I've never seen so many punches. Putting his punches together now, and he means it.
Everybody knew Reggie, and everybody wanted to meet him, and everybody wanted to be talked about by him.
It's good evening, America.
He was a man of the people.
Good afternoon to Britain and Holland.
The punters loved him, the boxers all liked him.
And a special welcome from me to the World of Sport viewers.
What a round! He's got to stop this!
Hearing Reg's voice, it was as though you were sitting watching it with a mate.
He was subtle, he was old school.
What a battle! He's cutting the champion down to size. What a turnaround!
He was good at it. He was good at what he was doing.
Yes, that's it. It's all over. His legs have totally disobeyed him now.
He felt very grateful that he was doing something he loved very much.
It was a fantastic time, and it was a time when the best boxed the best.
A toe-to-toe one now, the crowd rising to that.
And Reg and I were ringside for almost every one of them.
Oh, that's it. He'll go down from this one. There it is, all over.
Yeah, he was one of the broadcasting greats, Jim, unquestionably.
Oh, beautiful punch that. That was one out of the blue.
Reggie had grown up, and his dad and his uncle had been the Gutteridge twins. His grandfather was a famous prize fighter.
You grew up in that atmosphere of boxing. You know, when you grew up in an atmosphere, his household, you know, was boxing and all boxing. So I mean, that's good. You learn from an early age. Reg was a pretty good amateur boxer himself before he, you know, he lost a leg. You know, it's no secret that in World War II he stepped out of a tank onto a mine and his leg was blown off. That would have crucified so many 19-year-olds, but Reg turned it into a joke.
On trips with some other journalists, they say he used to swim in the ocean and then come out without his artificial leg on and shout "shark," you know, and everybody would flee the beaches.
You know, stories about that are legend, aren't they? I mean, we were in France, in Rouen, and it was outside of Rouen when the leg went. And so the word had got round locally. And we're at the ringside that night, and a French television man tapped Reggie on the shoulder and said, "Monsieur Gutteridge?" And Reggie said, "Yeah, I understand. It was here during the war. You lost your leg." And quick as a flash, Reg said, "Blimey, you haven't found it, have you?"
Well, yes, you could certainly say it's a strange setting, and I'm well in the, manure. And I've certainly not had to wear wellies before to preview a big fight.
He was a really good writer. You know, besides being a commentator, he was a writer.
Reggie became the boxing correspondent of the London Evening News when it used to sell more than 1 million every evening.
Do you know anything about this Wittenberg, Jim?
Not at all, man.
Do you know a bit about him? Yeah, I know a bit just about his record, but it's not fair for me to tell you. You know, you've got to go out there and win on your own. It's no use if you're on the floor looking at me and saying you didn't tell me you did this or did that. That's the first thing you'd say to me.
Thanks, Reg.
A lot of the writers thought they were good writers, brilliant writers. They didn't have like the boxing background like what Reg did.
Jim, do you think he won all right? I thought I won. Reg, did you suspect that he could give a draw? Reg. No, I'm asking him, you know. I never, honest, Reg.
He was never vicious in his criticism. It was always based on what he thought was right.
I thought you won the fight, you know, but I suppose the other fellow had you down a couple of times.
Yeah, but he was down as well, right?
Yeah.
You looked for his comments, you know, more than you did others because you knew he'd been involved in it, yeah, and he knew what he was writing and talking about.
What were you doing on the deck, Jim? That's not like you. I'm very tired.
It was no surprise to you then when Reg moved from writing to be an outstanding boxing commentator?
Oh no, I think that was like a natural progression for Reg. Yeah, he enjoyed like being there and commentating there, being actually there and telling people what was going on.
Just tell me when to go, that's all. No, I'm all right. Oh, we need to kill that, don't we?
Level. Oh, you want level? Bob Burrows said level, and this is the kind of level you'll get. We're holding the MC up before we come into the last fight.
The Hagler-Hearns commentary.
Oh, what a start. Not playing around with any scouting reports, these two. This is unloading a lot of carefully nurtured hate, isn't it?
I remember working with a number of top commentators out in the States, and they said that commentary, Gutteridge's commentary, was just the most spectacular and brilliant commentary of that fight.
They're not trying to baffle each other with science. We thought it might be a chess match a bit in the opening round. Couldn't have been more wrong than that.
It was the 80s, and that was the best 10 years of boxing I've ever lived through. You know, with Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, Shuri Leonard, Marvin Hagler.
And Richard Steele saying, no, you're not in a position to defend yourself. 3 rounds of absolute mayhem.
He stretched around. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. He's out of his mind. Has he injured a hand? More likely got a broken heart. He's won it. Alan Minter is the new middleweight champion of the world.
When he had those great fights in America,
Pull yourself together.
when he was involved with the Alan Minter fight.
When you're worried about the decision, Reg, it's to all the people at home. Yes, it is. All you people, I've done it for you. God bless you. Alan Minter, absolutely superb, wonderful.
When he was involved with Don Curry and Lloyd Honeyghan, when Lloyd Honeyghan produced that amazing upset in Atlantic City.
Well, that's a punch Honeyghan's going to remember for a long time, and certainly Curry is.
He realised just how important they were.
That is one of the biggest turn-ups, I'm going to say it, in the history of boxing.
I will mention, of course, that he had a sidekick.
Reg, I can't believe he's still standing. These punches are tremendous punches, bang on target.
They were probably the Morecambe and Wise of boxing on television.
He's waved the end there before the bell had a chance anyway.
It was as though he adopted me. I mean, for 15 years, every trip we went on, he would say to me, "You got your passport?" I say, "Yeah, Reg, I've got my passport. Let me see it."
Just missed his whisker with a right hand again.
Oh, yes, just as well that didn't get through. That would have had him over.
They were a great team, and it worked well. I mean, obviously the age difference and so forth, but I think that's what made it work.
Getting reckless again, Reg. I mean,
Yeah, he's calling him on. That's crazy.
This is crazy.
The Cockney voice and the Glaswegian, they were just magic together, weren't they?
We did some massive fights, and I mean, there must have been viewing figures, 7, 8, 9, 10 million people. So I should have been nervous, but I never was nervous, because all I really was doing was talking to Reg Gutteridge, which was the easiest thing in the world.
He was actually waving Ben on.
Yeah, he's been a bit cheeky there, wasn't he?
Yeah, but a good right hand punch it was.
That would have knocked his monocle out, Jim, I tell you that.
When Reggie started with ITV, you know, you guys used to get, when Eubank was fighting, or Nigel Benn, 14 to 15 million viewers on a Saturday night. So the whole nation knew Reg Gutteridge.
I vaulted the roof one particular time, I think it was in Manchester, and the term, the ego has landed.
There it is. The ego has landed.
Class. Yeah, Reg Gutteridge was class.